So she's a decently unknown candidate, so a lot of money is going to have to be spent to build up her PR, even though I think she's like a lot less electable than other candidates. I have decided I'm obsessed with the political electoral system. Check, check, check. There we go. Haha. Okay, to understand political funding, it's really important to think about basically, and just to be clear, this is my understanding that I've come to in like the past little bit, because while I haven't been streaming, I have been reading and learning, okay? Not only do I get an opportunity through Bridges to talk to like extremely expertise, knowledgeable people, I've also been just spending a lot of time reading to prep for my interviews, but also I have decided I'm obsessed with the political electoral system. I don't know why. I have no idea. I just love it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And I also have a good friend of the stream, the liberal professor. He's actually a YouTuber as well, so check out his videos. But I ask him questions constantly about the electoral system, and he gives me reading recommendations and explains things to me. He's awesome. But anyways, to think about political funding, right? The reason why the incumbent is so typically the precedent to select for the next upcoming election is because the ads that you paid for, say you paid like $180 million in ads and PR and promotion in 2020 for Biden, in 2024, an amount of that money is still going to benefit you today. There's going to be things from 2020 that are still decently true about Biden now. His policy record, for example, like his bipartisan policy record, his work under Obama, all of that stuff was promoted in 2020, and it's still fundamentally relevant to today, which is why it can be really beneficial to select an incumbent, because your money is basically paying double. It's like a YouTube content creator. If you have videos from a year ago, if you bring on, for example, like a new editor, one of the biggest things that can be difficult in a rev exchange is that the new editor gets benefited from all the previous editors because they get to accrue all the wealth that they weren't a part of. Because a year later, as long as a few people are watching some of my old videos, for example, I'll get a small amount of income from those videos. It's the same with like political advertising money, which is why, unfortunately, so many people were resistant to Biden leaving, is in large part he's super stable. He is a classic politician. Like, he knows the political game inside and out. And you can even see it in how he stepped down. But this is why people were so resistant, because now for Kamala, all the money that's been raised to him will have to pivot to her. But there are going to be legal barriers for how they do that, right? But also, she's a decently unknown candidate, so a lot of money is going to have to be spent to build up her PR, and it has to happen like now. But the problem with a lot of these political funding orgs is they're super slow. They move very slowly. And so that's like the big nervousness about this new incumbent, is basically, can you get out good PR of her quickly enough? And obviously, I'm a lot more bipartisan. My biggest question is she worth a good PR? I don't know. I have no idea. It's not actually a new look, all right? You just haven't seen me in a long time. Looks good though, hey? Kamala's chances are incredibly slim. Yeah, I'm not confident on Kamala. I was really hoping he would elect somebody else because of how poorly she did in her primaries. She's just not the most electable person. You say it's Joe over. I say it's commencing. That's a good one. I don't mind that one. Yeah, I'm not surprised that he selected Harris. He kind of had to, but also she's pretty unelectable. And what we saw with, this is the problem, this is my biggest criticism of Democrats consistently, is that they keep selecting deeply unelectable individuals. And I know why they do, which is that they appeal to their like solid voter base of like older Democrats, but they're just like, Clinton was so deeply unelectable. So what happened exactly? So as you guys know, Biden stepped down today. He is no longer in the presidential race. He is going to complete his term towards November, and now he has endorsed Kamala Harris. That doesn't mean that she is now the potential elect. She's just been endorsed by Biden, and it's reasonable to assume that the DNC will get behind Kamala, but we'll see. I mean, probably in Biden's, as like a standard politician, probably one of the biggest things that Biden was thinking about in his stand down and his team was how to prevent fracturing within the Democratic Party, which is why he needed to nominate somebody, and he needed to nominate somebody that offered stability. So his VP just makes the most sense. even though I think she's like a lot less electable than other candidates, which is super unfortunate. So there will probably be, I expect to see a fair bit of infighting amongst the left for the best possible person, which will probably be wrestled out probably at the DNC in August. But
Editor here, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and consider joining as a member for only a few dollars a month. We will be releasing videos covering topics from the private and personal to the public and political. So join notsoErudite today on her live-streamed Look on Life.